Hey,
1, 2,
thank
3.
you. Thank you.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Here we go.
Windy
Go.
sky is coming
Yes.
on.
And Donna D.
Donna D is on, but no picture.
I think
There's
she said
Wendy.
she was
Hi,
going to
Wendy.
surprise us
Wendy.
with a new
Hi,
background.
Wendy.
Hi, Sky.
Hi, Sky.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Are you here?
Hey, Sky.
Oh my goodness. Hi, guys.
Hi.
It's always nice to reconnect,
Hey,
right?
Lynn. Yuri. Hi, Alex.
Hi. It's
Cynthia.
so nice to see
Hi,
everybody's faces.
Ed.
I can't see Donna D.
Donna D,
She
can
said
you
she
hear
was
us?
gonna try
Yeah.
to put
She's
a
visible
different
now.
background on.
I see her name, but she's muted.
Yeah, she's muted.
There she
Oh, there
is.
she is.
Oh, there she is.
Donna, we see you.
Donna
Unmute
D.
Hi,
yourself.
Donna D.
Unmute Donna D.
There. Oh,
She's still muted.
You're
mute, unmute.
Unmute Donna D.
She's like in slow motion.
yeah.
Maybe the connection isn't that good.
It says the host muted.
There she is.
Oh.
Hi,
Yay!
Donna D.
Hi,
Happy
Donna.
New Year.
Hi, Donna D.
Hi, everybody.
Your
It
palm
says-
blades are blowing very slow.
Yeah, she's frozen.
Says the host muted me.
Nope.
Yuri, did you
Donna.
mute me?
No, I can hear you.
I like
can
that.
hear
Oh,
you.
can
I'm
hear
gonna do that too. I
Yes.
think that's great. I like
That's
that.
the way it is, and it's working.
There may be a problem with your connection, Donna.
Yeah.
We gotta do it in
You're
You're
unison.
very
And one,
slow.
and two,
Yeah.
and three.
Here, can you hear me?
It's the
I
new
always-
quantum dance.
you
It's
can
the
hear-
Does that take
quantum
all the
dance.
scratches out?
Yeah,
I
I know.
always
it's
have
so
to
funny.
switch-
scratched.
Well,
I always have to switch glasses to my just these like reading glasses because my other ones I have to look through the bottom.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Just the
I
whole
take
time,
my glasses off. I take my glasses off.
but I want to see you. So
Yeah.
yeah, you look
How
great.
sweet.
she's muted again.
Yes. Yes, he is.
He looks
He's
really
looking
good.
amazing. I said I've never seen him so vibrant. That's beautiful. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here.
Yes.
I don't think he can hear you.
That's
Diane
okay. He can
Joy,
feel it. He
listen.
knows it. He
He
knows
knows
it.
everything instantly. That's amazing to me.
Oh,
Yep.
only if he chooses to look at it.
I know.
That's what's interesting too.
Nuno and Diane Joy is coming.
He's a gentleman.
Here
Absolutely.
comes Nuno.
Yay. Oh, there's
Diane's
Diane.
made it. Nuno.
Hi, Diane.
Hi.
Diane.
Yay.
Nuno.
Nuno.
So loud.
Nuno.
Here.
If you
Oh,
know,
that's good too. That's good
Happy
too.
New Year.
two is the
Two, yes.
22.
That's
It's
pretty cool how
right.
that does that too.
pretty cool. I love it.
Yes.
Nice.
got it,
nice
Diane.
one.
Yay.
How is everybody?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Good.
How's
Thank
Nuno?
Thank you.
Me
Happy.
too. How Ed? Hi,
Very
Ed,
exciting.
Yuri,
I Nuno.
Peter,
Hi, Nuno.
Alex. It's Cynthia,
Yes,
Jilly,
hi.
Diane,
Hi,
Diane.
Nuno.
Sky,
There's
Diane.
Diane.
Thank you for all
Hi,
your
Diane.
wonderful sharing, Nuno.
Yes.
Sorry?
Thank you.
Thank you for all of your wonderful
Yeah.
sharing, Nuno.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
Nuno, you rock.
I
Thank you.
can't help it.
There you go.
I'm
Alex.
glad
We
you can't
share.
help it because
We
it helps me.
share.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
helps all
Thank
of
you,
us.
Alex. Thank you,
Actually,
Alex.
all of the people on the screen here, you're doing some just beautiful sharing.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Billy.
Jelly.
As is Jilly.
Here comes
Yay.
Sunny. Is that Sunny? No, that's Deborah. Deborah.
Deborah.
Deborah.
Oh,
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Hi,
Year.
Deborah.
Hey, Happy
New
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 Year,
Year.
Deborah.
Hi, Peter, Alex, Yuri, Ed, Billy,
Your hair looks beautiful.
Diane,
Yes.
Donna D,
Go Quantum. Go Quantum.
Diane Joy.
Yes.
Nuno. Yes.
Yay.
Thank
When
you.
I ride
for
my
this.
bicycle, I
And-
see us running up the steps.
And have you noticed if in the logo you sent of 2022, one of the second two is inverse, but if you
It's a heart.
inverse the first one, it's two hearts.
Two
One
hearts.
heart in-
Yes.
Oh, it's
Two hearts
beautiful.
beat as one.
Yes,
Ness.
Yes.
One
I
ness.
like that one.
Hi. Hi, I forget his name.
Oh.
The little one.
Who is it?
There he comes.
Mati.
Matis.
Oh, there's
Matis.
Matis.
How do you pronounce?
Hi, Happy New Year,
Hi.
Mattis.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
You can stay with us.
Off he goes.
I'm sure he has better
He's
things
allowed
to
to
do.
stay.
He would love to stay, but he's not sure of it.
Yeah.
That's Creole.
Yeah, he
Creole?
he has to go to
Yes.
sleep because tomorrow is school. And it's
Oh.
already
Okay.
9 o'clock here in the
Oh,
evening.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
How many languages does Mata speak?
All of them.
Four,
Wow.
four, five, four, five.
Wow. Four?
He speaks French, Creole, which is the Cape Verdean
That's
language,
French.
German,
German?
Luxembourgish,
Lunken?
and
Okay.
English a little bit.
How
English.
wonderful.
wow.
How beautiful.
Oh, you don't speak English that much where you are?
No. I speak Creole at home and French,
Creole. Okay.
and sometimes Luxembourgish.
We still can see you,
Wow.
Matis. Go to bed.
Je parle,
Nuno
Go
has
to
spoken.
bed.
Okay.
je
Deborah,
parle,
where do you live?
Bye, Matis.
je parle un peu.
Deborah, where do you live?
I
Luxembourg.
live in
Luxembourg.
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 It's how do you say that in English? A Grand Duchy.
Dutchie.
It's the only
Oh.
Grand Duchy in the world. Yeah,
It's
it
the
has-
only
has a
Grand
du-
Duchy in the world? What does that mean?
Granducado. It's a kind of
It's a kind of organization.
Okay.
yes.
It doesn't have a president. It has a Grand Duke. A
Oh,
Grand
it has a
Duke.
Grand Duke.
Like a royal family, you know.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
That's fancy.
And it's one of the smallest countries in the world also.
Mhm.
It's very
Mhm.
small. It's between Germany, France, and Belgium. And in 15 minutes, I am in one of the 3 countries. And in
Wow.
one day, I can do the 4 countries.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Yes.
Fun
Wow.
spot. A fun spot.
And in yeah,
It is.
you have a lot
it
of
is.
places where you have the 3 country borders.
Mhm.
Wow.
Wow.
Amazing.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's a different environment, to be
Hi,
sure.
where do you live in Canada? Can you hear me, Sky?
Who's talking? Is that you,
Donna
Susan?
D is talking
Donna
to
D.
Sky.
Frozen.
Where do you live in Canada?
I'm in Ontario, just north of Toronto.
Okay.
Canada's huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
How about
Judy?
Where does
Judy?
live?
Judy's out just west of Toronto. She's probably about an hour and a half away from me. We did meet for lunch way
Nice.
back.
Sweet.
But she's about an hour and a half away. Mhm.
But she lives in Ontario too.
You keep
Donna,
cutting-
you're breaking up underwater.
Diana, Liz, do you live close to Peter?
Sort of. I live a half an hour north.
Uh-huh. I heard about the fires that were
Oh,
in
yeah.
your county.
Yeah, in Boulder County.
When
Right.
Julie
Is
and
the
Brian.
smoke affecting you?
No.
Good.
Hey, Julie. Hi, Brian.
Hey,
Thank
everybody.
goodness.
Hi,
Hi, Julie.
Julie
Hi,
and
Brian.
Brian.
Happy New Year.
Hi,
Hi,
Julie.
Brian.
I'm Ryan.
Hey, how are you all?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Happy.
Yeah.
Happy.
Tilt your phone down so
Hey.
we can see your faces.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
Yes.
I put it up on my.
We always see your
Same
sunroof.
drill.
We see the top of your heads.
Yeah. Okay, let me.
We like her smiling face.
I like your sunroof.
Yeah. They have a double sunroof, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it.
One for each.
They have a twofer,
Yes, we got a
Yeah.
twofer.
a twofer sunroof.
Okay, I'm having.
Real
A,
trooper.
there we go. It's a little better. No, I don't think
So-
so.
Now Brian's out of the picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's better.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
balancing,
almost.
it's a balancing exercise.
Yeah, I'm
A
balanced.
little bit more.
Balance.
There you
Yes,
go.
there,
Balancing,
Yay.
yeah. All right.
balanced.
You keep practicing.
Uh-oh.
Wonderful.
Practicing.
So are those fires the ones that I heard here in Portugal that it finally snowed and they were all put out?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wonderful.
Lovely.
Thank goodness for snow, water, you know.
Water. That's what
Ice-
helps with the
ice
fires
water.
that's what helps with the fires in Solvang as well. We got
Where?
rain.
Where?
In Solvang, we got rain.
Oh, okay.
Yuri got it first in the LA area.
Yeah,
And then it came north to the Solvang area. And
we
it-
have a lot of rain.
we've had a lot of rain. It's been great.
4 inches.
It's been great. It's a beautiful day
It
today.
is. I like going out and walking in it.
Yes,
It feels,
you
it
have-
smells so good.
Everybody's
have
all
a-
mopey when it rains, but I like to put on my mud puddle boots and go out in it, right?
Yeah. That's you, Alex.
Alfred,
Like to
happy
play in
birthday. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Alfred.
Alfred,
Birthday
happy
boy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Hi,
Alfred.
Alfred.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Alfred.
birthday to you.
Still connecting though.
Yeah, he's still connected. He has
Yes.
no idea what we're saying.
Happy-
We cannot hear, right?
We will probably sing. today.
Oh, that's a
you,
nice
Alfred.
view,
Happy
Brian, because now the
birthday.
sun rays are coming through.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a nice
Julie.
view.
Yes, that
Yeah.
works.
Alfred, you're muted.
Can you?
Brian looks
Okay,
like the
you're
men in
muted,
black
Alfred.
with his sunglasses on.
Does anyone
cannot
know
hear you,
sign
Alfred.
language?
Alfred.
Unmute.
Alfred, unmute.
Unmute Alfred.
Alfred.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Yay, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Alfred.
Happy birthday.
Now he
You're
hears us.
welcome. Here's the deal. I'm on my way to California, so I just wanted to stop in and say hello, and I love you all.
Thank
We
you,
love you,
Alfred.
Safe
Alfred.
journeys.
Is
We love
everything
you,
okay?
Alfred.
And
How's Sherry?
I was going to ask about the 2 words. Is it precise action? I don't know.
Peter?
Peter shaking his head.
Are the 2 words
nodding.
precise action? I don't think so, but.
From the
Didn't
last,
get that.
Peter Alfred is asking from the last call, the words that you, the problem we had to solve until this call.
Mystery word.
Unsuccessfully for me.
It's a mathematical equation.
Yeah, what is happening between balance and balanced?
I
Yeah.
imagine a lot.
2 words.
A lot.
Live life
A lot.
balance. Peter.
Peter Olson. Peter Olson.
Ah.
Ah,
I think
Olson
it's
Peter.
live life balance.
Peter.
that's fantastic. Okay, you guys have a great time. I'll
Safe
catch you on-
travels.
Okay,
Safe trip,
Alfred.
safe trip, Alfred.
Chilly and
Have a
sunny
wonderful
for us in
time.
California. And Yuri, Alfred.
Funny.
Here comes Sunny.
Sunny is trying to connect.
She's green.
Not easy being green.
Peter, how are you? Peter, how are you? It's been a while. We haven't.
Deborah's asking Peter.
Hi, Deborah.
Hi,
I'm
Peter.
wonderful.
That's
Yes,
wonderful.
you are.
We miss you.
See him.
Yay, I finally got
sound. I hear
Hi,
you,
Sunny.
Sunny.
Hey, Sunny.
We don't
Sunny.
see you yet.
I don't see
Yes.
you.
You're green. It's a really pretty color, green.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah.
Jade.
Peter,
No.
did
That's
you feel,
great,
you feel
Julie.
me touch? Peter, did you feel me
Oh, that's
touch you?
pretty, Julie. And Brian?
Did
Right.
I feel
Yeah, that's the best
Cynthia?
yet.
Did you feel me touch you the other day?
what? No.
Mm.
The,
It's the same.
so Julie is,
It has on.
and Brian are muted.
Yeah,
Oh, the picture is great, but you're mute. There you go.
there you go.
There you go. All right. Now, I'm gonna give you an insight that will help. And it has to do with balance, balanced, and before. Now, the before part is the first 5,000 supercycles. First 5,000. That's a long time. And it's balanced, and then before. So it's the first 5,000 supercycles.
Okay, can I just,
Yeah, turn off
Pause
the
a little
TV,
bit.
somebody.
there's someone, yes, there's someone
Well,
with the TV on.
Now,
Thank
the
you.
difference is in the first 5,000 supercycles, there was no balance or balanced,
Really?
right?
Wow.
Just quickening.
Well, it's just, it was instant.
Okay,
And that's the difference.
Hmm.
wow.
Now, 10,000 supercycles ago, it became, there was a delay.
Oh,
But
was
for the
what?
first 5,000,
A
there
delay.
was. So it's a big point.
It is, Peter.
Mhm.
I'm really surprised. Of course, we haven't gone that far to
We
know for
haven't gone
ourselves.
that far because we haven't talked in depth about the first 5,000.
Okay, beautiful.
And in the first 5,000, balanced was instant.
hmm.
Oh,
That
In
makes so
The
much
last
sense.
10,000, we've done balance by using a more complex mechanism. And the complex mechanism doesn't have to be used,
Doesn't what? Say
does
that
not
again.
have to be used. You can go the faster instant. It's huge.
so we can say that that was kind of preventing us to get
It
to
was what? You know?
preventing us to get to instant faster.
No, in the first 5,000 supercycles, it was easier.
To be balanced.
Mhm.
All was instantly balanced, right? All
Yeah,
was.
instant. The balancing was instant, but it was more complex. The first 5,000, it was simple. It was just bang, instant. And it may be what is causing confusion for everybody.
Oh, yes, that makes sense.
So what changed? Multiples?
No, clarity.
What?
Clarity.
Clarity. Oh,
Clarity?
Clarity.
I'm just
Clarity.
being more clear with everybody.
You are. Clarity.
And it's really neat the way we do it. Now, when you go back, you'll do that too.
So traveling back to one.
Well, it's part of traveling back to one, but it's a detail within traveling back to one.
Hmm.
And it's very easy to overlook it.
So, Peter, how about awareness for the first 5? I don't know if I have this right. For the first 5,000 super cycles, when we talked about awareness, you had to check every now and then to see if there was progress. So,
Nuno, by activating this part of traveling back to one, you find out that the first 5,000 is instant.
Hmm.
And we have no delay.
Mhm. So it was a natural state being balanced
Yes,
first
for
5,000.
5,000.
thousand.
Well, it was immediate.
And it was immediate.
It was immediate. It
Mhm.
is. It's immediate. It is.
Then what-
and be-
What changed? What changed,
The,
Peter?
the complexity changes everything.
The brain, the mind, right? And then what you do with the mind versus
The heart.
well, it's the quantum part of you.
The complete part.
Quantum is immediate. And as quantum is more fully understood, it becomes more complex. The complex is between balance and balanced. That evolution of complexity. It just is. It's immediate. It's instantly immediate, the first 5,000 super cycles, and then it becomes more complex. So for me, that's the difference between balance and balanced. That complexity as the mind comprehends it, affecting the heart,
right.
because the heart is our major muscle of quantumness. For me, it is.
How many of you know what the brain does?
It's electrical.
The brain is
That's the key point.
The
It's
brain is a
electrical.
computer that keeps your body-
Attenuates.
What do you say, Nuno?
Digital.
It's electrical and therefore it has delay.
Delay.
Mhm.
And if you use it
Because I trip over it a lot.
for quantum,
It doesn't work.
you're correct. Who said it doesn't work?
Me,
Alex,
from experience, it doesn't work.
It's the heart.
The heart
That's
will.
right, Alex.
Yeah, thank you, Peter.
quick question, Peter.
If you keep going down the same steps enough times, you recognize that does not work.
Right.
Yes.
Perhaps.
And it's
And it
gradual.
has delay.
And
A lot of delay.
and a lot of pain.
Synapses have to synapse.
Peter,
Who said Peter?
it's
I'm
Julie.
gonna mute myself for a moment.
I just
Did
wanted
Nuno
to-
have, did Nuno have a
It's
question?
okay.
Oh,
I
sorry.
have two, but it's okay.
Julie
Sky,
has
go
something.
ahead. Or Julie,
Julie.
go ahead, please.
I just wanted to talk about going back to one.
We need you to be a little louder,
Okay.
Julie.
Maybe I can turn this up.
No,
That
just
won't
your
matter.
volume.
Can you hear me now?
That's better.
When I travel to one, just from my own experience, I always go through my heart. And anything that's ever happened, just from all my memories of anything I've ever done to help others, I bring them through the heart and to one. And I've always let the power of one, the love of one, the balance of one heal all. And that's how it's an instant, it happens instantly. I've had visions of babies crying, and I knew in the dream that the baby was crying because of an invisible field that was harming them. And all I had to do was take the baby and hold the baby to my heart. And, it was instant. The baby stopped crying, and everything was calm. That's just how I know to help all.
That is so sweet. Thank you for sharing
It
that.
is the heart. It is the heart.
Heart to
Beautiful, Julie.
heart.
Thank you.
I like that. And for a visual, this past, I guess it was Christmas, we watched the movie Michael when he was the big angel. And when he held the dog, he didn't want to do it, but he held the dog to his heart. And that helps me remember to use my heart. Because it is instant when I'm in the right place.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to 5,000 super cycles. Did you have a body then?
No.
And yet we're talking 5,000 super cycles. What was the first part of your body?
Heart?
It was your quantum.
Our magnificence, quantum magnificence.
Exactly. Your quantum magnificence.
Oh,
It
that's why I
wasn't
know
your body. So any of you who are relating to your body, you're missing the first 5,000 super cycles.
Okay.
Peter, is it the feeling that I know?
Pardon me?
Is it the feeling that I know?
No, I'm trying to help you all understand the instant part of endless balance, and growth.
It's just
How does the first 5,000 exclude a body?
unknowing.
By knowing. Another way to look at it is by going deeper in your travel back to one, look for the body,
Look for the what?
Body.
the body.
The body. Okay,
There is none.
Yeah.
right.
Peter, I've never seen a body.
So if any of you
Good
are
thing.
using a body in your scheme of everything, it's not right because you didn't have a body.
Did we have quantum entanglement?
We had quantum
You had
magnificence.
quantum entanglement.
Quantum-
You had a magnificence, quantum magnificence.
Mhm.
Is it analog?
You had
Analog.
instant with everything. But you didn't have a body. You didn't have a heart.
Because we were one.
Pardon me?
Because we were one.
Correct. And you still are.
Yes,
We've always been one.
right. But now we have bodies.
You've added a body.
Right.
That was silly.
Added the digital.
I mean, that was a big deal.
Yes.
Yes.
But if you don't eliminate the body, how are you going to educate yourself? Educate.
Yes. You're
You're
right.
not. You'll never get to the bottom.
And the body will always show up with our brain, consciousness, ego, mind. And we have to
Body
go
is part of the
beyond that
preparation.
to
It
let
won't
go.
show up with your brain. Your
No,
brain, it won't. You have to go to before you had a brain.
The first 5,000.
Which also is before you had a heart.
Mhm.
beautiful.
Was this when the architecture was beginning?
No, the architecture was earlier.
It had to be earlier. It had to be earlier.
So this is, if I am understanding this right, this is kind of a mechanism we had to create to go from potential to actual.
Right.
Because we had to keep trying things, experimenting before releasing them. So for that, we needed a delayed
No,
action, no?
you know, for that, you have to go deeper.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with delay.
It has nothing to do with delay,
Correct.
but
It has to do with quantum. It has to do with quantum magnificence.
Peter,
Yes.
does quantum predate love?
Oh, yes. By numerous super cycles, about 5,000.
Thank you.
What I feel is that we are swimming at great depth here, and that makes me very happy. It's like we are returning to our natural environment. That's what I feel right now. Even though I don't understand everything, I feel that I'm getting home again. So thank you,
Yes.
Peter. It feels
Yeah.
Thank you,
very,
Peter. Peter, a
very
question?
soothing.
Yes.
Could you categorize the first 5,000, then the next 5,000, and then the next 5,000 for us?
The first 5,000 are quantum.
For
The
their
next
frequency,
5,000 are transition. And the third 5,000 are confusion.
Confusion.
Oh, thank you.
So that is probably,
I thought it
it's
would be
is
expansion.
probably where we are stuck. In confusion,
That was good. Thank you, Ed.
in
Thank you, Peter.
confusion land.
Remember, quantum boils down to balance. And then love comes from balance. Positivity comes from balance. Your growth comes from balance. Your key word is balance.
Not
But
balanced.
look at what you're balancing. You have a
Everything.
brain. You have balance. You have balanced. And then that's a lot.
Peter, does it have to do with analog at all?
So
Say again.
Diane, was
Diane
that you?
Does that have to do with analog at all?
yeah, there is no
Yeah.
there is no digital except part of confusion.
Okay.
was there a quantum computer?
No, there's not a quantum computer.
not
Okay.
yet.
There is a quantum digital computer,
You're right.
but there is not a quantum analog computer.
So the first
Except
5,000,
that's where we are.
Peter, was the first 5,000?
So we are the quantum computer.
Yes,
So the first
Analog.
5,000 cycle
Analog.
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 that's correct. And there is no digital because digital is too slow.
Gaps.
Big Blue is very, very, very slow. It was low hanging fruit. What do you say?
Oh,
But
So it's, the sequence is balance. And it's all automatic for the first 5,000 supercycles. Just part of it.
Yeah.
But then when we interjected the mind, everything got confused. Because basically the mind is electrical. The mind is delay.
with the first
So
5,000,
until you understand that the mind is for confusion.
It
I
is.
mean,
That's
that's what
true.
it really is.
Yes, it
That's
is.
why delay gets in the way rhymes.
A
Yeah.
lot of stuff gets in the way.
Yes.
Peter, was the first
Well, it's like use your mind, experience delay, and it's going to give you answers. The mind. Use your mind, but don't, because it gives you delay. So eliminate.
So use your knowing.
Right,
Ask your quantum magnificence.
because that's where you're knowing it.
Diane, you're very quiet. Speak up louder. That's why nobody can hear you.
Diane,
Yes,
You,
Diane, what were you wanting to ask?
Renee,
you have to
Renee.
get closer to the microphone so we can hear you better.
Or turn your speaker up.
I've got a whole new computer here I've never seen before and I can't.
Oh,
even-
it's perfect
It's
now.
better
you're
now.
perfect now.
great.
You're,
Good.
that was
Perfect now.
perfect.
Diane's here.
Now ask your question.
At least I'm on here. You don't have no idea what I've been through the last. days.
Hooray.
Nice.
Maybe Peter does.
You did it.
I'm not done yet. But this
You're
is
doing it.
hard for me. Peter,
That's right. You're doing it.
did we have analog the first 5,000
Yes.
years?
Yes, but we didn't have computers.
Right, but what I'm saying is it endlessly analog once we cross the threshold, or is that, we're still dealing with digital, right?
The simple approach is, let's go to Ed's 5,000 at a super cycle at a time.
Mhm.
The first 5,000, there were no computers.
Right.
The second 5,000, there were no computers. But we started with bodies. And what was the first step in creating a body? A
Digital.
heart.
Heart.
And then we had limbs, and we had legs, we had all kinds of things that confuse us. Because anytime we have delay, we have confusion. Because our heart is confusing us. And then what does it do when you can walk around? You get even more confused.
Yes.
And then what does it do when you can do things with your hands? You get even more
And more
confused.
confused. We are now in a
So-
big maze.
Pardon me?
We are now in a big maze, you know, a
We're-
maze of maze.
it-
M-A-Z-E.
It's a big maze. That's a good
Feels
way
like
to
it.
say it.
Looking for the way out.
And I'm sharing a way out.
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Yes. 1-to-1.
This is helping us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Yes.
Don't stop.
Yes.
Please.
1-to-1.
It has to do with analog, that's all I know.
Yeah. So analog fits. Here, let's try this. If something is electrical and it has delay, and yet you rely on it, how in the heck are you going to get right answers?
Exactly.
You're not.
You're not. That's exactly the point. So then add a heart.
I'm confused, Peter.
Go
We all
ahead.
are.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just, I was gonna say, I'm confused. Where's the light switch? Just,
That's the problem, the light switch,
It's quantum.
electrical.
Quantum,
It's a dimmer switch.
Well, let me first digress. You've all made progress. I'm talking about those on this call. And for that, you have my congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Yay, Peter.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yay,
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I like your reset, Peter.
We love you.
Yes,
Pardon me?
we love you.
We love
We
you.
love you.
Peter.
Love you.
Well, I appreciate that. Now, 6 of us have crossed the quantum threshold. That's a big deal. The rest of us, I'm talking about this call right now, have not yet crossed the quantum threshold. That's because there's confusion. So it's not difficult if we take it step by step. And I like doing it in threes. The first 3, the second 3, and the third 3. Now, if we go back and make it from when we started, it's pretty simple. How do you get confused when you have quantum magnificence and oneness?
You don't get confused.
What is there to get confused about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Exactly, nothing. So then we do the next third. And we add heart
And
Well-
limbs and legs.
and delay and dreams. Where do dreams come from?
Real energy.
Right. And well, here you have real energy, but you also have
Holographic.
you have both.
Yes.
So the answer is energy.
Electrical.
And energy is electric.
And that has delay. And that confuses you again.
That gets confused
So
now.
put the dreams in the garbage pail. Good.
Well, then it breaks it down further. You have real energy and you have holographic energy. And what happens if you use holographic energy? You die after 100 years. What happens if you use real energy?
You keep going.
You keep going and you
Don't
don't
learn.
age.
You don't learn. You
but
don't grow.
don't learn. And how do we have most people? They die.
Holographic.
And then they come back. And they learn more. And then you die again.
But they don't remember,
That you died the first place, the last time,
they
and the
don't
last
remember
time.
what they
Correct.
learned.
So you then introduce the word forget.
Exactly.
And many times we don't remember.
Yes.
Period.
It's to keep the confusion alive
Oh dear.
until we are strong enough and
To
aware
remember.
enough to, yes, to remember and become your quantum magnificent. Until then, you have to just prepare yourself, grow, and practice.
Balance.
Balance.
And be ready.
Readiness.
Readiness. Mhm.
Peter, when do we become endlessly analog? Or do we?
That is a state beyond quantum threshold.
Okay. Is that before quantum mastery, or is quantum threshold and mastery the same thing? It's not, is it?
No, it's not.
It gets difficult to separate. And there are multiple ways to reach mastery. So it depends on the path that you've chosen.
Okay. Thank you.
Which is unique for each one.
Yes.
Correct.
And special.
Correct.
Special.
What would be,
There was a reason why I like
And
Beyond.
endless.
what would be an example of a path, Peter? What would be an
A path?
An example.
example?
Well, let's take one of the six. Pick one.
You.
I started out with a partner,
Singularity.
and the partner has name quantum singularity. And the two of us, not male or female, just partners, started to gain experience. And we are continuing to gain that experience. Now, Wendy is doing it. Diane Lynn is doing it. Julie is doing it. Nuno
Julie?
is doing it. Julie is doing it. Every path is unique.
Peter, is quantum singularity benefiting you being embodied? Since you're partners?
Wow, that's a
Um,
great question.
Yeah, yes. Rainbows and blue dots are the way to recognize
Quantum singularity.
in your life quantum singularity. Form is the way in your life to recognize what we're doing.
How did quantum singularity become complex?
The mind. It's so important to keep reminding yourself that the mind has an aspect that dreams and confuses.
Is there such a thing as a quantum mind?
No.
And
But
that's
can we
actually,
get all the gaps out of our mind?
You just no longer
Use your mind.
use your mind.
use it.
Okay, thank you.
But even to remember, you have to, you need the mind to remember, because not using the mind, you don't have to remember because you don't forget. And that's interesting because people say you have to remind yourself. So you are still in the mind if you have to remind yourself. It's pretty confusing, of course.
It is.
But it's part of what we are getting. We needed this confusion to go as far as we did, as we are now. We absolutely needed it.
So
And
that
the
we can see
mechanism,
the
the
difference.
separation. We needed to complete the separation part of what we are doing, of the uniqueness.
And you know, as you recognize that you don't need your mind, that's part of mastery.
Yes.
And it's part of your strength. So where is Wendy going to get her strength? Or Diane or Jilly?
From her quantum magnificence.
But
Quantum
by
magnificence.
learning what the mind does,
Yes.
what delay does.
Peter,
Yes.
is there a quantum heart?
No.
So even our heart is confusing us too, making.
Correct.
Yeah, so that was a big takeaway. Because for me, and it was easy for me as a process to talk with my magnificence, go back to oneness. It was easier for me to go through my heart to take me to that oneness. But that is still a confusion. There's still a gap so long as we're using our heart also.
So quantum predates heart, quantum predates mind, and quantum just is. And
Heart is in the third step.
Exploring that, I
Second.
would say void, I'd rather say expanse, is to explore quantum awareness, quantumness, quantum. Think on that. Maybe. Well, you don't think about it. You don't feel it. You explore it.
You know. We know.
It is.
So I feel for more clarification, the heart, mind, consciousness, even the body, we think the body we, in our mind, our mental body, are all from quantum digital computers.
Yes.
Okay, like a support fixtures, so we could be in this energy-based environment, confusing, very confusing, and still have some support to get us through this very advanced journey, or part of this journey that we had to endure, and the ego part also. Those are all from quantum digital computers.
So Peter,
Crystals.
is Ashtar from a digital computer?
New Ashtar. Let's see.
We know that Ashtar is not quantum. So where does Ashtar emanate from? Is he from a digital computer?
No. Ashtar has everything but your experience filaments.
Say that again, please.
Ashtar has everything except your experience filaments.
My experience, what?
Filaments.
Filaments.
The
Yes.
ones that
Correct.
the ones that we are gathering,
Thank you.
accumulating here in holographic energy, in the holographic energy environment,
Okay. Okay.
using both energies actually.
Okay.
He's not using
And-
both energies, he's just using real energy.
And to follow up with Nuno's comments, there is quantum singularity.
There is the quantum singularity whose manifestation is voice, and whose as you look at further manifestation of quantum singularity of voice, you do blue dots and rainbows.
And it speaks to us using the quantum entanglement, right? In the one voice.
Right.
Okay. So for Yuri, I just wanted to go back a little bit. When you said this was the hard part was well, you know, I don't know what you feel about it, but this is a great opportunity for you to connect first with your quantum part.
Magnificence, quantum magnificence.
Yes. Just don't focus on the heart, because it's obviously or can be confusing, and just, you know, connect with your quantum part. Peter expressed this some time ago of the stereo part, and in the last call, when Peter said, don't just use magnificent, because we are using just one side. We have to recognize our quantum part. So we are quantum, that's where we come from. We cannot neglect our origin. And if we go through heart only, there's a good chance you won't get it, all of it. So you can include heart, but first try and connect to quantum magnificence, yours.
No trying.
Just
Well,
no
yes, you will
trying.
not try. You will just practice until
Just
you
ask
get
my
it.
quantum magnificence
Mhm.
as for
And
each one of
flow.
us.
Flow
Flow.
And
Because
know.
it's from all parts.
and know. Yeah.
It's all presence, you know.
Remember, love comes from balance.
Balance.
Mhm.
Right.
So if you're trying to go directly to love, you're not, the joke,
Balance is first.
balance is first. Balanced with a D
Yeah.
is second. And what's faster than balanced? Instant. And what did you do for the first 5,000 supercycles?
Instant.
Instant.
Peter,
Yes.
please speak to me about quantum source heart code.
Heart or
Quantum
heart?
source,
Heart code.
there is none.
There's no heart.
The heart is just part of the body.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But not the quantum shared body. Hi, Peter.
You know, just for Diane, you've made enormous progress this month. So
Diane.
congratulations.
Yay.
Yay.
Into Diane Bernay, right, Peter?
Diane Joy.
Right.
Yes.
Peter, thank you, because I feel it.
Great work, Diane Joy. You're
Yeah.
doing wonderfully.
Thank you so much.
You are doing it. It's palpable.
And
It's
now you've got
very-
new
We
stuff.
know that.
The trickster right by my side.
Yes, bring him along. As long as you need it, he's welcome.
Maybe
When you
that's
don't
why.
need it anymore, you'll just go,
Get
you
rid
know,
of
trick someone else. The next
Sick of it.
next person.
Yes.
Okay,
Wonderful.
you know, go ahead. Sunny
I'm not
is
sure where I was.
making progress. I just saw her name.
Thank you, Peter.
Yay.
Sorry,
Yes.
we're not getting video. I don't know what the deal is.
Maybe low coverage in the Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah, it's been real tricky. I mean, I'm just delighted that I have a signal and I can hear
Of course.
the audio. That's big. Sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't.
And you sound
Yeah.
great. Your voice is sounding great.
Thank you. You sound great too.
Okay.
you know. We all do. Yay,
Yes.
us.
Yay!
Yay, Sunny.
Yay, Sunny.
So big major updates today, Peter. We are
Thank
we
you,
keep
Peter.
digging. We keep
Yay, Peter.
digging.
For hanging in
Yay,
here. I
Peter.
really appreciate it.
We keep digging and digging, and
Going
we are
deeper and
always
deeper.
getting, yes. And
Growing.
it all every
Yeah,
time it brings
a lot
more
of growth.
of us.
A lot of growth.
And the self self-choice, I was working with self-choice, and I was amazed to see how much of self-choice I didn't get yet. So I went deeper, and
It's
I'm still
big.
going deeper. It's big. Self-choice
Yeah.
is a major, travel
Mhm.
Yes.
also.
Because of your quantum magnificence.
Yes, and to understand even to understand the others part,
Yes.
we need to go first to ourselves to start to understand what everybody else is doing. You have to go to down that path first,
Right.
Yeah.
yours.
True.
So until you do that, you will not understand what everybody's doing.
Yeah,
You will not understand the teamwork, I feel.
exactly.
The quantum entanglement, yes.
Yes.
And it's
I was
very
telling
clear.
Nunu today. Sorry, Nunu. I just wanted to share that I was talking to you, and the last days were very challenging concerning self-choice, because I had people over, another family. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
And all the time we were having conversations about different situations, and there were some judgments sometimes, and I would always say, yeah, no bias, self-choice. And even for me, there were moments that I clearly said, okay, guys, now I have to go away for 10 minutes because I need time for myself. I need to breathe. And for me, it was okay, this is self-choice. I'm choosing to, to get balanced and then come back.
Exactly.
Wow,
What I
good
want.
for you.
Great job,
That's
Debra.
tremendous. Yay.
Thank
Take
you.
that choice in a major way.
Yay, Deborah.
Yeah, yay, Deborah.
Thank you.
Indeed. And that most people
That's
doesn't
that's
go that
self-love
path.
as well.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, indeed.
Anya, how you doing?
Armenia.
I saw your picture.
Hello. Yay.
Hello, there you are.
Yay!
Hello, Hermania.
Armenia.
Lydia.
Can't hear you.
us?
Oh.
Yes.
Finally.
Oh. Oh, it's hard to hear her.
Yeah.
Yes, you're not coming through.
Hello?
Oh,
there you are.
That's much
Now we hear you.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Welcome.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Herminia.
Year.
Okay,
Oh.
it's done. Our
Nice
work
to
is
have her
done
join
here.
us.
I was in mute. I didn't notice. Very nice to see your faces.
You
Nice
too.
to see you.
Nice to
Nice to
see
meet
you.
Thank you.
Nice
Wonderful.
to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yay.
Oh my God, in the last minute.
We still have a couple minutes here.
Yes.
Yes.
It's that, like what they said, it's better late than never.
Correct.
Sunny.
Sunny.
Hey, Sunny.
Here.
Aw.
I
Being
keep
ready.
pushing buttons to try to activate it, so I know.
It's working.
Yay.
Oh, yay.
Yay!
You made
Hi,
it.
Sunny.
I can see your face. You look beautiful, Sunny.
You do. You look
Thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you. Let me see if I can get a better angle here. Yeah, we have sunshine after 8 days of rain
Wow.
Mhm.
and clouds, etc. And we got like 6 inches of rain, which for us, getting 10 inches a year is big. So
Wow.
6 inches in like 8 days was, it's like, whoa, okay.
A lot of,
So
lot of
wonderful.
wet.
So the dirt road was a little interesting getting in and out and trying to get into town for people that work. So
Oh, boy.
anyway, so I'm glad to have sunshine today so I can be
Yay.
outside.
It's
And
beautiful out.
It is
yeah,
beautiful.
Nice.
and my pansies are blooming and everything's lovely.
Yay for pansies.
I know.
Fancy.
I call them the happy face flowers.
So Peter, who's next on your screen?
Who?
Did you hear me, Peter?
Yeah.
Yes, who's
that?
next on the screen?
That's Sunny talking.
Oh, it's Sunny.
She wants
Yeah.
to know who's next.
Thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
Thanks
So
for the
do you have
translation.
any questions, Sunny?
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 Wow, that's a big question. I'm thinking, well, how many,
took her breath away.
how many thousand am I allowed?
One.
You know, I
Um,
I was thinking to ask a question to Peter if you don't mind. Is this
Go ahead.
okay?
Please, go right ahead.
Peter, you know, I have been thinking lately about the project that you mentioned before about the 100 healing center close to some of the 100 bigger airport around the planet. Though that doesn't exist anymore, that plan?
Hermione, the wormholes are such, they just aren't worth talking about from my standpoint.
Mhm.
Okay, what was the first thing you said, Peter? The wormholes?
The wormholes.
Wormholes.
Okay,
The
okay.
wormholes aren't worth.
Thank
That's
Yeah,
funny. I studied them this week.
I'm
Very
Sort of know what he
trying
was talking about.
to
They're
make
very
things
close.
simple for
Yes.
all of you. And
Thank you.
if I start talking about wormholes, I'm making things complex
Complex.
for you.
Yes.
And I have no interest in making things complex.
Thank you.
Let's leave it to scenarios.
Okay, then it's interesting because I was motivated for that idea. That's why asking. I took a few classes and training and key, you know, learning different style and just because I was inspired by you.
I am too, Armenia. I am too. I am too inspired by that, that notion,
Yeah.
that possibility. So we just have to flow and see.
Yeah. Go in the flow and let's see what happens.
Exactly. Well, a lot of practice in the middle.
Yeah.
Lots of
A
practice.
lot of practice to get ahead
Yes, practice is fun.
Well,
and get
I guess
ourselves balanced.
it'll be like if I planning to make the potato soup. If I don't got the potatoes, then I'll do a squash soup. Something like that. Whatever.
Exactly.
Whatever is
Practical.
in the flow.
Exactly.
Interesting.
So let's go back to the brain. What's the key thing about the brain?
Electrical.
Electricity.
It's electrical
Delay.
and it's slow.
Delay.
Delay
And it's confusing.
and confusing.
It was created for that purpose.
Correct.
Yes.
And it has two energies, one fast and one slow. So, make it simple. The brain. If you're doing things that require the brain, don't anymore. Simple.
Yes, reaching for quantum strength will do the work. We'll get the job done.
Right.
And quantum knowing.
And
Well,
repeating
you
automatic quantum
couldn't
strength.
do quantum strength until we had quantum strength.
Use automatic quantum strength water, 2 pillars. That's why we're saying that now every morning.
Correct.
Wonderful. Wonderful call. Yet again. Here we go.
Yes.
You did qualify a lot of things.
Lot to-
Thank you.
lot to
Oh
Peter.
my
consider.
goodness. Wow.
Yeah. Thank you,
So,
Peter.
Peter, I have
Thank
a
you,
question. I have a personal question, if you don't mind.
Sure, Wendy.
I noticed that when I don't use my mind or my thoughts or my brain, it's a rest. And I feel happy because I don't have to use all of that. And then I get used to it. And then I notice that my family and my husband or people around me want me to use my brain, and they want me to go into the driveway. And it's like a part of the relationship requires that I step in the dryer with them, even if I don't want to. So I don't want to be,
You okay, Peter?
are you all right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to be
It's releasing toxins.
rude or rejecting them, because I don't want to go into the dryer with them. But I don't know, it's a little difficult. So I just reach for quantum strength every time. And I just say automatic, and it happens. Is that how you deal with that kind of thing? I
The
don't
way
know.
I deal with that is that I never go there.
Yeah, I don't want to go there either.
Right.
Okay. Peter, you can be with people and not go there, is what you're saying.
Correct.
That's a master. Wow.
Does your quantum singularity help you with that?
No, it's automatic.
Oh, okay.
Very good. Thank
Yes.
you.
That's part of being in the flow, right?
It is part of being in the flow.
Yes.
Peter,
Yes.
is your quantum singularity my quantum singularity?
No.
Thank you.
Wow.
Good
this
question.
is a big
Thank you.
call.
Yes, again.
Again, yes.
Do we have to wait until next month?
Wow. Yeah.
We always must continue to go deeper.
Peter, I have a question.
Okay.
This is Donna D. You said that her your quantum singularity is not Cynthia's, but didn't you say at one time that quantum singularity was common?
Was what?
Amen.
Amen.
It's
No,
common?
no. Common.
So it's individual, the quantum singularity. So each person has their own quantum singularity.
Each person has a quantum magnificence.
Is
Your-
quantum,
Quantum,
your quantum magnificence is yours. It isn't anybody else's.
Peter,
right. But
is
what
my,
if quantum
is my,
singularity?
Let Donna finish.
sorry.
So I know that we all have our own quantum magnificence, but what about quantum singularity?
Peter.
The quantum singularity is the quantum magnificence of voice, blue dots, and rainbow.
So that makes it then individual?
Unique.
It is individual and it is instant.
So it's like a team, a two. No.
I'm going to ask the question in another way so I can understand it. Quantum singularity, it's not common.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Peter.
that works.
Wow, that's neat.
Is my quantum singularity my magnificence, my quantum magnificence?
Yes.
Thank you.
I always loved the term singularity.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of the process, of this process, I imagine it by being, that's how they call quantum singularity, how something singular happens. And that's what it is in it what allows creation, a singularity, something, something out of the ordinary.
Singular unto itself.
And we are, our uniqueness. You can have 20 people in a living room, and one of them stands out because he's more singular than the others, I imagine. This was my first comprehension of the term.
Nuno, in a word, who am I? Quantum form.
Quantum form.
Voice is quantum singularity.
Quantum singularity is my partner.
Good.
And shows himself to all of us using rainbows and blue dots. If we make it more confusing,
of course,
that's our problem.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter.
It feels very positive, that
Thank-
information also. Thank
My
you.
favorite color is rainbow.
Yay, rainbows.
Now I have 3 questions.
Go for
Peter,
it.
now I have 3 questions.
Go one at a time.
Okay, one at a time. How does our singularity shows? If it's unique, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does it show our singularity?
Through you.
Unique for each one.
For you, for example, it's your unique way to express, right?
Right.
And for us, it's the same also?
Yes.
Okay. Is singularity, magnificence, and uniqueness the same?
Singularity Uniqueness?
Magnificence, my singularity, and my uniqueness. Are the three things the same?
You know, they're all different.
Okay.
Let's take each
I'll work
one.
on that. I will work on that.
He's
Oh,
gonna
good.
take
Let's take each one. Go
Yeah,
for it.
Deborah.
Let's do that. Take each one.
We're ready for it.
Yeah, we'll do it right now. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yes.
Right now? Okay, can I do just the third question before I forget it? And the third question is about the manifestation of the singularity. You said it manifests through rainbows and blue dots,
Right.
right?
The
But
voice.
sometimes we do see the singularity through green dots also. Is that true?
No.
No, okay.
Is that Ashtar?
No.
What are the green dots then?
Yellow and blue mixed together.
Yay, Alex.
Only because I worked in a colored dark room and I couldn't see. All I could see was the colors.
Ashtar does not have your experience elements, period.
He's a more sentient being.
He is a more simple being.
Mhm.
Dude, does he benefit watching us?
Not really.
But he doesn't judge us either.
Correct.
No bias.
No bias.
Those dear little humans, what they're going through.
Pardon me?
I was just saying, oh, he probably thinks those dear, with their brains and their minds and
Poor thing.
and their experience going on.
Ashtar doesn't have a brain.
Ashtar doesn't have. Right. No, that
Yes.
yes, of course not.
Because he would require one if he was in holographic energy, using holographic energy.
So he's never confused.
Well, he's still dealing with
Wow.
Ashtar is still dealing with spiritual ego.
Real well.
What?
He's doing real well. And his subjects are doing
Yay.
real well. And they can travel any place in the creation in 16 minutes.
Yay.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
not instant.
No, 16 minutes is not instant.
Of course. So he's not analog. He's not quantum. That's where we're getting that.
It's like Ashtar and all those that work for him, they have everything you have, except they don't have your experience still. They don't have your confusion. And you are confused, all of you.
Does Ashtar have a brain?
No,
No.
Ah.
And doesn't have quantum strength also.
because quantum strength is not needed by Ashtar.
Of
Right.
course.
Only by the
See,
confusion.
some of those who work for Ashtar, i.e. the, I don't know, ship's captains or whatever of all the fleet, have some of them had Earth lives that they remember?
No,
Oh.
None of them have had Earth lives?
Correct. Interesting.
Oh, that
Watching your face.
Wow.
I was thinking about the first meeting.
So who's going to ask, how did we put ourselves here? My gosh. I know Nuno on my magnificence.
We are brave beings,
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes, yes, yes.
all of us.
For sure.
Strength and growth.
You need
I
to
start. Sorry.
And balance and balancing and balance.
Right.
Are we going to answer Deborah's question now?
Oh, second question.
So Peter,
Yes.
Connie, so you are the only person being who's had an experience as an earth being and on the ship and being on the ship,
Because he used to be Ashtar.
right? So
Are
you're
you-
the only person who's done both? Can you hear?
It's
Until
not coming
3
very
super
clear.
cycles ago, I was
What?
Ashtar.
How many?
3 super cycles. That's a long time.
Yeah. A lot of zeros.
Yeah, a lot of zeros. Yeah.
And is before creation.
Yes.
Oh,
So you're the only one that did from Ashtar's group?
Correct.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Peter, have we had other lifetimes on other planets?
Many of us have had lifetimes on multiple planets,
Yes.
but the common thing is we've been here having lifetimes as opposed to beyond creation or part of creation.
Uh-huh.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Peter,
Yes.
am I a walk-in?
Who am I talking?
Cynthia.
Sydney. Cynthia.
Cynthia.
What was the question?
You walk in.
Am I a walk?
Cynthia asked if she's a walk. Cynthia knows if she's a walk, which means she's asking whether she walked in from another planet. But the common piece is, do you have experience elements from creation?
Yes, that's the critical part.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you do.
Yes. Because we're here now.
Exactly. And we are actually dealing with experience filaments.
Yeah.
No one else is dealing with that.
That's what you're gaining.
Hmm.
And those of you that have crossed the threshold are past many levels of confusion.
Levels of confusion, that makes total sense. Wow, quiet time.
Peter,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is Sunny. Some of the Galactics
Thank you,
landing.
Sonny.
What?
For,
Thank you for what?
For saying that it's you
Oh, okay.
speaking. It's
Right.
easier for Peter to
Oh,
detect
good.
us.
Okay. There is talk that Ashtar and some of the fleet will be landing on the planet. I'm wondering if that seems feasible to you.
Oh, yes.
Yay.
Yes.
When the timing is right.
Yes,
Right.
always.
It's more learning for them,
Uh-huh.
and it's more clarity for you.
So if they land on the planet, would they be using holographic energy at that time?
Well, I don't know. The answer is I don't know.
Because you were talking about they would get more learning. So I'm thinking, well, does that mean energy, experience filaments? And it seems like experience filaments and holographic energy go hand in hand.
They will get more experience if they use holograph. But the choice is up to them,
Mm-hmm.
not us.
Nice one. Thank you, Sunny.
I'm still puzzled or puzzling.
They can choose to use
About your comment, right, not this past sentence. I'm talking about a couple, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. I feel, I don't even know. Well, I'm just gonna bumble through this. I feel like one of my aspects, ship, and it sounded like something you had said previously. Can't even remember what it was. Here's my question. Is one of my aspects a member on one of the Galactic Fleet ships?
You want to know if that's possible?
Well, and specifically, yeah, okay. I want to know if it's possible.
It is possible. Yes.
Is it actual?
Is that so for me? Because I feel like it is. Yeah, is it actual? I mean, I feel like I know my second in command, her name is Lydia, and we're a search and rescue ship, and you know, I have these different things. So I'm wondering, well, is it just part of the
As events unfold, Sonny, you will learn more about yourself.
Okay.
To jump ahead.
That's fair. Thank you, Peter.
remember,
Keep it simple.
we're all in the present. That's really the only real part. And we
Yes.
are gaining experience from it, period. We have a heart.
And
We have a body. We have a brain. And we're quantum. I mean, that's a lot of pieces.
and it
We're like a
indeed
Rubik's Cube.
is.
Exactly,
I am
Alex.
I'm so appreciative that I am here now and that I get to experience all of this. It's huge. And to be a part of this group is huge as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Sonny.
welcome.
Thank you, Sunny.
Now, excuse me while I have a few human tears.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a rainbow.
There you go. There you go.
each drop of salt water is a rainbow.
Yeah,
Rainbow dragon.
Deborah,
Peter,
you have
Those dolphins
Question-
creating rainbows.
Your
Question number
question.
2.
Does Deborah have
question
more?
number 2, Deborah's question number 2 about
Hmm.
the
Wait.
magnificence, quantum singularity, and uniqueness.
Please.
Can we go back to that?
No, I was done with the questions.
Oh, you
Peter
are?
was going
not.
to, Peter was going to
Oh.
address.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
I
had
think
something
Cynthia,
else to
Cynthia
add?
wanted to help out with answering the questions, right?
Exactly.
So are there any more questions? Our next meeting, I think, is February 5th.
My mother's birthday.
Yay. Wonderful.
Yes, lovely.
So just to get this clarified, Peter, there are still 2 words missing in our problem solving question, right? You just gave us a little more information so we can get the 2 non-words that or actions that happens when we go from balanced to balanced. Is there more to know?
Well, what we actually did is talk about the third part of balanced, which is instant,
Okay.
and what we used during the first
5,000.
5,000 super cycles.
Okay. Thank you so
And-
much for that.
Thank you.
And also
Yeah.
February 6th, as in quantum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is Sunday.
Oh,
No.
the 6th.
6th, not 5.
Okay.
Okay, so that's quantum. That's perfect. There's 6 of you and now we're hoping
Yeah.
there'll be
that is
more of
perfect.
us.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
So that'll be our next call.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Peter.
Thank you,
Peter.
everyone,
Everybody.
for
Everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Peter.
Thank you,
Larry,
cuties.
Julie.
Good.
Julie, are you comfortable?
Thank
Oh.
you, Yuri.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
sorry.
Who?
You were saying, Peter?
He
Julie?
asked if Julie was comfortable.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yay.
Julie is comfortable.
Yes, today was very, a lot of growth. It helps, you can see the difference between instant knowing and whether you're trying to do something from a learned experience.
Yes.
So like your instant knowing, you can tell the difference from your instant knowing and from something that comes from outside of you.
Your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brain
Yeah.
is outside of you. It's a
Yes.
good, simple
That's a
way to
good-
That's a great way to
Simple.
put it.
Yep.
Yeah.
think about it.
So
Keep
when,
it that way.
Thank you, Julie.
when
Thank
we,
you, Julie.
when we talked about having no body, it really helped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Because
thank you.
even though the knowing is there, it's so instant that you just don't
Right,
you don't need anything else.
correct.
And you certainly don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it is, that's good. It is so instant. The first 5,000 are so instant.
Wow.
Thank you for that information, Peter. That's great. That's great.
Yes, that,
you, Julie.
that's
Really
big.
helps clarify.
Everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So then we just have to get used to it.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
Exactly.
Noticing
exactly.
the difference.
Practice.
Understand.
Use.
Understand
Use.
instant
Use.
is a big
Use.
step.
It actually
You
makes
Focus.
What?
it actually makes it more simple.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Understanding of
Oh,
simple
yes.
comes from that
1 to 1.
being quantum.
That's
I
obviously
will see
Peter's telling.
everybody on Sunday the 6th.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Yuri. Thank you, Yuri, for
Thank you,
hosting this.
Yuri. Thank you,
so much.
Peter.
Big
Thank you,
love.
Cubies.
Big
Bye.
love.
Thank you, Yuri.
Thank you,
Bye,
everybody.
all.
Bye
Love
bye,
you.
everybody.
Wonderful year.
It's
Peter.
4:51 on the
Wonderful.
East Coast.
Yes.
Yay.
2022.
Hasta luego.
Thank you, Julie.
Endless balanced
Thank you. I love
growth
you all.
for everybody.
Yay.
The love
We're
you.
doing it.